Kill the boy and let the man be born. I was accused by Cat Matlala. I know nothing about Matlanga Commission Brain Padayachee protests. At Matlanga Commission, don't forget to subscribe and comment.
As an investigation by IDEC in terms of Section 27 and Section 28, Sub 1, Sub A. Neither of them include the chief's briefing. So don't tell me about chief's briefing. So I need you only, and if you answer me yes, I will leave this inquiry and then I will take it up with the right person. But do you tell me confidently that insofar as the appointment and promotions of those other people, other than Mukwele, for now I'll say other than Mukwele, those are subject of a legitimate lawful investigation by IDEC as initiated by a Section 27 affidavit or in terms of Section 28 1A. Is that what you're telling me? And no chief's briefing, I beg.
I want to come back again, and as the chair mentioned, and I'm at pains trying to get through it, Council. And I have thought already that we've addressed it. I cannot answer for somebody else, and I cannot go any further than that. And I will say again, as investigators, we are briefed by the chief investigator, given a scenario, what we have to do, who has to do what, who has to subpoena, what documents are required. Whatever is within my investigation, for example, Mukwele docket, which I have before you, I will do it. There is, I must say, they are being called to answer quite a few times on something that is not beyond me. It's up at the upper management. And where now I'm also asked to expect an opinion on it, which puts me in a very awkward situation. So what I'm saying is, the question should be relevant to me and my investigation. The people that can answer to the Section 27, 28, they have to come and respond.
I agree.
Thank you.
It's only fair. But at the same time, I must say that you invited this line of questioning because in justifying the broad first Section 28 that was looking into the vetting of everybody beyond Mukwele, including Lushaba and them, you informed the commission that there are other ongoing investigations by IDEC. So I assumed you have some level of knowledge about those investigations, although you are not involved in them. And that is why I'm having this discussion with you. But if you say your information is, or your knowledge is just very general and broad, and if I need any further detail, I should ask management, I'll accept that. I'll pick it up with management.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Council. May I just respond from your...
Yes, please.
Thank you, Council. I appreciate that fact. And what I'm saying is that the Chief Investigator knows all the investigations. He can explain them in detail. My investigation is this matter. And therefore, you've seen throughout the couple of days that I've been here, I've been at pains trying to explain something from people that will come and account for. I can account for what is mine, but it's been, I know that we have lost a day on Monday, and where I was supposed to follow up and slot in, but it has made my testimony here challenging and difficult. And therefore, sometimes I'm at pains to explain something. And I must say, Chair, it's also affecting me. I'm trying to be open and honest with the Commission. But every day I go back and I try not to look at the TV or social media, but it is there. And I come in with that every morning. So what I'm saying, Council, that I want to assist the Commission. But on the one side, it's coming across that like I'm an accused. And on the other side, I'm coming out as a witness. So I'm either here as an accused or a witness. But what I want to say to you and to the Commission, I'm coming here as a witness to assist the Commission and be of assistance. There may be difficulty in explaining some of the stuff that is here, but it is not done deliberately. It is not done to deceive anybody. I conducted a bona fide investigation. I did what I did according to what I know and according to how I'm briefed, and I've done it. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I owe you this explanation, Colonel. You may think that we are repetitive We are not. Yesterday, when we engaged you extensively, we did so in the context of two affidavits. The first being the Section 27 referral affidavit. The second being the A1 statement/affidavit. Today, Ms. Sillo is taking you through the summonses. And the summonses raise issues that are different to what we dealt with yesterday. So we must naturally go back to the empowering provisions of the NPA Act in order to understand how these summonses and therefore their content, or rather how those provisions bear relevance to the summonses and whatever else may be coming out. Because that helps us understand whether what's being done, whether the issuance of the summonses was, or rather had a basis in terms of the empowering provisions. That's why it appears that we are repetitive. We are not. We have to engage with each step that Ms. Sillo wants to deal with to be satisfied that, yes, indeed, there was a legal basis for each one of these various steps to be done. So we'll keep going back to the sections, and to you it may appear, I've already dealt with Section 27, I've already dealt with Section 28, I've already dealt with that and that, but we must do this, we must engage in this exercise. Do you understand that?
I understand, Chair.
Thank you very much.
May I please respond?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Chair. Commissioners, I must also apologize. It's been a long week, and I'm just human.
Yes.
I'm committed to the job that I do.
Yes.
Very much. The 44 years speaks for itself. I come here in a bona fide way for bona fide work and investigation that I conduct. At the Commission itself, I want to answer and give the answers. But sometimes I will struggle with it, but it's not intentional.
Yes.
Because some of it borders on somebody else that has to come and explain it. But there are a lot of factors there that leads to the way I sit here. Part of it is media. I mean, just day before yesterday, we had a security expert, Elridge or Elric or whatever. He referred to me as an enabler. That's attached to Brown Makotsi or similar to Brown Makotsi in Ku. Now I'm saying, Commissioner, I'm coming here to assist the Commission. It's a long week. And so far, some of the questions that I'm trying to answer, trying to get across, there are emotions mixed with it. And that's why, Commissioner, I need you to give me the permission. Yesterday, with regards to how I spoke about a gratification, and then when it was put to a future date, understand, Commissioner Boloy, that I was trying to explain it. But when you want to get the words to get out, I find it challenging. So, Commissioner Boloy, when we talk about a gratification, and we talked about the employment as a gratification, but it's also some advantage that you put a person and you appoint a person in a place for a particular advantage. And to elaborate on that, you go to a person and you give him 500,000 or whatever, and you leave him there. And we go to a typical example when I applied my mind. When we look at the matter in the Talis matter of the former president, Jacob Zuma and Talis, a retainer was given. When does he have to act? It's any given time. We don't know when it is. So I tried to bring that over to explain it. In that, but when the message went out, it's like, oh, you're going to be there for. I'm not saying with respect, Commissioner Boloy, but it's trying to get that message over to say, within PRECA, the advantage is way to describe it, in the second part of the employment, promise of employment, and the advantage. Person is appointed there. We appointed you there. You are now obligated to us and to perform it at some or later stage, But there's an example. You give a person 500 and say, sit there.
Yeah, but
when I come back to you.
Sorry, but that would be, and that's a discussion that I thought you settled yesterday. You were asked directly the question, and I think by Commissioner Khumalo, he asked, so does accepting employment constitutes a gratification? Because that's where he had stopped. And I'm not opening that debate afresh. I'm saying even with this explanation, there's still the problem that in PRECA itself, gratification is when you receive in exchange for something, and that something is what the problem was yesterday. And I don't think you're going to explain it any better than you did, and my suggestion would be, let's rather leave it. It is what it is. I don't see you giving us a better answer about it.
Yes, thank you, Commissioner. That was the best I could answer. But just to conclude, Chair, that is the way I am coming across, because you are trying to to have courage and strength and do the right thing. And what I've done, and I feel, and I know deep inside me, I've done the right thing. So if I come across and I take long or whatever, I'm energizing myself to try and respond. But like I said, there's a lot out there with the media, and I say, and a security expert, I'm now an enabler. So maybe I shouldn't turn the TV on tonight because I have to go home tomorrow. Not to delay you any further, Chair, Commissioners, Council,
Yes.
we can proceed.
Thank you.
Commissioner Khumalo has a question.
It's more a comment than a question, Colonel. Just a quick point. It is the transcript in this commission that will speak for itself.
Sorry, sir.
It is the transcript in this commission that will speak for itself, not the media pundits or social media. So don't worry about that. Just answer truthfully to the best of your ability. And we are only engaging you on the contents of your dockets. This is your docket. You are the docket carrier. And we are engaging you because if we leave these issues and those people come here and we ask them, they will say, this is not my docket. You should have asked Colonel Padayachee. We don't want to run into that problem. So I hope you understand that. Now, my question before we go to T.
Commissioner Khumalo, if I may, before you pose a question, because I would also want to address the Colonel on this matter. Commissioner Khumalo has made the one point I wanted to make, which is to clarify that I'm engaging with you, as I do on these documents, because it is quote-unquote your docket. And I depart from the premise that you are very familiar with it, as you would become over time, and you are able to easily and quickly shed light over the documents that are contained in there to the extent that we may not understand them. So that is why we are having this engagement. I would like to assure you that I am absolutely clear that you are a witness before this commission. You are anything but an accused. You are not an accused. I do not intend to engage with you as an accused. And to the extent that I may have come across as such, I would like to tender my apologies. I considered it to be perhaps a robust engagement on some of these documents, but it was never intended to leave you with the sense that I'm dealing with you as if you are an accused or I'm accusing you of anything in particular. So to the extent that I may have come across as such, I apologize. It wasn't ever my intention. Thank you.
Thank you and appreciate it, Council.
Colonel, these documents we were looking at, the subpoenas with the annexures, who prepared these documents? I know they are signed by Advocate Johnson. Who prepared them for her signature?
The Section 28, it would have been done by Chief Perma.
You had no involvement in the preparation of these documents?
No, sir. I would have had maybe, looked at, whilst he was preparing the document, maybe been next to him and looked at what, Mokwele, what document or something like, but he prepared it.
So as investigating officer, you had no knowledge of what IDEC was asking for from SEPS or from BMW or from other people? You
No,
would
sir,
not have had knowledge that,
I had knowledge. The request from BMW, I had knowledge.
and this one we are looking at 1083?
This one as well, I had knowledge. What I'm saying here, Commissioner, is that I had knowledge because I was right there when he was preparing it. So it's not that I don't know about it. I'm aware about it, and I confirm that.
So you were there when these documents were prepared?
Yes, sir.
So you can speak to them?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner.